Hey everybody, welcome to Dr. T's Yoga. Oh, it's a cold day here, so I'm looking forward to practicing and hopefully warming up a little bit. So let's start in an easy seated pose with a cushion under our sits bones and come to the edge of the cushion, crossing the legs and allowing the hips to be a little bit higher than the knees. And maybe close your eyes, bring your hands to heart center. Take a few slow breaths, beginning to arrive here on the mat, coming into practice. Deciding to give yourself the gift of the next little while on your mat, leaving your cares, your to-do list, whatever is on your mind outside the door, and just allowing yourself to be present here for the next little while we move in breath. So first of all, just notice the spine, making sure it's nice and straight. Shoulder blades are down the back. Begin to take really full deep breaths, fully inflating the lungs. Fully deflating them. Using the breath as a tool to become present, conscious, and to slow down our mind. Taking a few more deep, slow breaths at your own pace. As we move through practice today, the most important thing is that you listen to your body. So if something that I'm demonstrating doesn't feel good, please back out of the pose. If you know a modification, please do that. Or just come to a gentle position where you can continue breathing. But don't hurt yourself for sure. So hands come down to the knees. Roll the shoulder blades up. Inhale, exhale as you roll them down the spine. And we'll begin with just some gentle movements of the neck. Inhaling the right ear to the side. Exhaling to center. Inhaling to the other side. Exhaling to center. As you do that again, notice the muscles in the neck. Try to lower the shoulder away from your neck. Be gentle with your neck. And now we'll bring the chin over the left shoulder. Exhale to center. Inhale in the other direction. Exhale to center. Now gently look up, stretching the front of the neck gently. Exhale, allow the neck to bend, head comes forward. But be mindful, don't yank your neck around. And come back into heart, into center. Hands to prayer position. 2 deep breaths here. We'll do some side bends, right hand on the ground. Inhale, left arm up, bend to the side, maybe stacking the shoulders. Exhale back to center. Inhaling, right arm up, bend in the other direction. Look up at your arm. Exhale back to center. One more shoulder roll here. And we'll do a twist. So left hand to right knee. Right hand comes behind you, plants on the floor. Inhale the spine up and exhale over to the right. Inhale, come out a little bit, extend. Exhale, twist. Come back to center. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale them down the spine. We'll twist in the other direction. Inhale. Right arm crosses. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist to the left. Left hand is on the ground behind you. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, twist. And come back to center. One more shoulder roll. And allow the shoulder blades to come down the spine. If you're on a cushion, move it out of the way. And we'll come to a seated position on the floor. We're going to come into staff pose. So staff pose is legs are extended in front of you, flat on the ground, and ankles are flexed so that it's almost like you're standing on the back wall. Tighten up your leg muscles, tighten up your abdominal muscles, and let the shoulder blades come down the spine. Hands can rest gently on the floor and gaze is forward. This is a strong pose. It looks like nothing, but it takes quite a lot of strength. Inhale the arms up, and as you exhale, start to gently, not too far because it's our first one, exhale over the legs, maybe grab onto the feet or the ankles, and let the head go. We'll do that twice more. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. One more time. Inhaling to staff, extended arms. Exhale, forward fold. And now we'll do some leg stretches. So allow the right leg to be open and the left leg is bent with the foot over towards the thigh. Try to straighten up your weight. Inhale straight up and then turn to face your right leg. Arms come up and exhale over that right leg, holding on wherever is happening for you today, maybe the shin or the ankle or the foot, and let the head go. Feeling a good stretch in the hamstring on the right side here. Continuing to breathe. Trying to soften here and just let the head fall down. Come on up. And we'll do the other side. So this time the left leg's extended. Inhale. Face over your left extended leg. Arms up and exhale down on this side. Grabbing wherever is convenient and comfortable and letting go with the head. Feeling a deep stretch now in the left hamstring. And come on up. And we'll come into butterfly pose. So feet together here. And if this doesn't feel comfortable, feel free to use a cushion under the knee or a couple of cushions under the knee. Try to get onto the sits bones here. Feet can be either quite a ways from the body or close in, depending on the openness of your hips. Grab onto the ankles, straighten up the spine, and try as best you can to gently butterfly those thighs so that they start to open up. And then allow the knees to come together and extend the legs down. And we're going to come now into tabletop position. So tabletop is hands and knees with wrists directly under the elbows. Let there be a little bend in the elbows, micro bend. Hands are flat on the mat, fingers extended and active. Knees are right under the hips. and the back is straight, gaze is down. And we're going to come into several rounds of cat and cow. So inhaling, tailbone up, chest up, extend the head up. Exhale to cat, round the spine up, let the tailbone go, let the head go. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. One more round. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Come back into tabletop. Take a breath. Make sure your form is good. Make sure your wrists are okay. If they start to hurt, you can come onto fists. At any time, if your wrists bother you, get off your wrists and give them a little gentle motion. We're going to come into a spinal balance here. So left foot comes out behind you. Right arm extends in front. Thumb is up. Lift the left leg so that you're in a spinal balance here. Gaze is down. We're going to do a few crunches. Inhale to extend. Exhale, elbow and knee together. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. And one more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Allow your hand and knee to come up. We're going to do a shoulder stretch and thread the needle. So inhale the right hand up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, come on down onto the right shoulder. Perhaps you do a half bind, rolling onto that right shoulder. Breathing. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, reverse the stretch. And allow the right hand to come down on the mat. And we're going to do a spinal balance on the other side. So right feet come back behind you this time. Left arm is straight up. Inhale the right leg. And crunch as you exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Left side crunch. Extend. Come on back. And we're going to do the shoulder twist with threading the needle on the other side. So inhale the left arm up. Exhale down. Thread the needle and maybe do a half bind. Stretching the left shoulder. Inhale, right arm up. Plant the right hand. Open up the left arm. And come on down to tabletop. Bang your feet. I always get tight feet when I do yoga, so try to just move them around a little bit. Move your wrists around a little bit. So we're going to come up into our first downward facing dog of the practice. Make sure, once again, there's a little bend in the elbows. And tuck your toes underneath. And as you inhale, lift the knees. And then exhale, really stretch out the spine. Bringing the tailbone up and back. Straight spine here. Walk out the dog. Starting to stretch the hamstrings a little more, but most importantly, really working on straight spine. Head is relaxed between the arms, gaze is down on the mat. Inhale up to the tiptoes and walk your hands up to meet your feet. Come into a forward fold. Grab onto the legs or the ankles. Shift the weight into the ball of the foot, allowing the tailbone to reach up. And then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, we're going to come on up to a standing. Inhaling the arms up overhead. Little micro back bend. Exhale, hands back to heart center. And we're going to do a little bit of a flow here. I'm just going to adjust so that you can see me. So stand at the front of the mat and make sure your weight's balanced between your 2 feet. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Little bend in the knee. Inhale to a straight spine, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands and come down into plank position. So legs are active, belly's active. If this feels like a lot, you're welcome to come onto knees here. We'll exhale and come all the way down to the mat. And then keeping the elbows close to the body, inhale to a mini cobra. Exhale back down. Inhale, mini cobra, tuck the feet under, come into downward facing dog. Breathe in your dog. Inhale the left leg straight up. As you exhale, bring the left foot onto the mat between the hands. Right knee comes down and come up into low lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant the hands on the ground, framing the foot. Come up into low lunge. So high lunge rather. Tuck the back toes up and make your way up slowly, getting your balance. Feeling the hips sinking downward. The spine is gently in a back bend. Inhaling the arms up. High lunge. One more breath in. Exhale, let the hands come to the mat. Bring the right foot up to meet the left. Come into another forward fold. And slowly come up to stand. And hands come back to heart center. And we'll do that again on the other side. Take a moment to catch your breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Hold the plank for a couple of breaths. Option to bring knees down. Try not to lock up your elbows like I do. Breathe in, breathe out, come back all the way to the ground. Inhale, mini cobra. Look down. Tuck the chin. Exhale. Inhale, one more mini cobra. Tuck toes under, push up to downward facing. Couple of breaths here in down dog. Now inhale the right foot up behind you. Bend the knee, allow the right foot to come onto the mat. Left knee down, come up into low lunge on the side. Hips are really extending forward. Arms are active. Exhale, hands down, we'll come up into high lunge, so tucking the back toes under. And slowly finding the balance and finding our way up to high lunge. Couple of breaths here. Inhale, arms extend. Exhale, hands come to the ground. Walk the left foot up. Forward fold. And slowly roll on up. Arms extend upward. And exhale, hands to heart center. It's a modified sun salutation. I would love to be saluting the sun to appear. Okay, so we're going to do another flow sequence now with some slight variation. So we're going to start in chair pose. So inhale, arms up, and as you exhale, bring the tailbone down behind you, like you're seated on a chair. Try to keep the knees right over the ankles. You should definitely be able to see your big toes here. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Couple of breaths in down dog. Inhale, left leg up. This time, bend the knee and stack the hips, opening up the dog. Big stretch in the hip here. Inhale, leg right up behind you again. Exhale, plant the left foot forward. We're going to come directly into high lunge now. High lunge. Try to really keep the lower body going down and the upper body going up. Exhale, plant the hands. Right foot comes up. Flat back. Exhale, forward fold, and inhale back up to stand. And exhale, hands back together. We'll do one more sequence like that on the other side. So begin in chair position. Feet are about hips widths different distance. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to chair. Eventually, maybe the thighs come down to parallel. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, come back into downward facing dog. Really breathe in and out deeply here. Inhale, right foot up behind you. Now bend the knee, stack the hips, and open up the hip on this side. Square off the hips, extend the leg. As you breathe out, allow the right foot to land on the mat and come directly up into high lunge. Inhaling, arms up. Breathe in, extend your arms. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Bring the left foot up. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And slowly roll on up to a stand. And hands come together. Beautiful. Shake it out. Let there be a little movement here. We're going to come into eagle pose. So, eagle pose is it's kind of a twist and a balance pose. So begin by crossing the right leg over the left and let the foot initially just come down to the ground. And arms are face up. Bring left hand under right and twist so that if it's comfortable, the palms come together. If not, allow the backs of the hands to come together. Now let there be a little bend in both knees. And perhaps the right foot wraps around the left. Gaze is forward. Elbows are away from the body. And begin to sink down a little bit into a bent left knee. Exhale, stand back up, undo it, and shake it off. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So bringing the weight into the right foot this time, cross the left foot over and let the toes initially come to the ground. Hands are straight out in front of you. This time, right arm under left. Perhaps hands come together. Make sure you're trying to get the opposite arm on top as you did before. Inhale, let the right knee bend. And let the elbows stay far from you. Gaze is ahead. Eagle pose. Breathe in, breathe out, straighten up, let go. And just do some rolls here. Maybe inhale the arms back, clasping the hands at the low back. Inhale to a mini back bend and really extend your arms away, trying to really stretch those shoulders in the opposite direction. And then let go. We're going to do some warrior sequences here. So start at the front of the mat. And we'll step back with our left foot into warrior one. So left foot steps back. Foot is at an angle in the back. Right foot is facing forward. Bend the front knee so that the knee comes right over the ankle. Hips face forward. Press into the pinky side of the left of the back foot. And inhale the arms up into warrior one. Exhale to warrior two. So now the hips are facing the side of the mat. Knee is deeply bent. Arms are strong. Gaze is over that front middle finger. Inhale, straighten knee and arms. Exhale back to warrior two. Now let the right elbow come onto the right knee. We're going to come into side angle. So keeping the hips stacked one on top of the other, so the shoulders are also. Inhale the right arm in front of you and let it come into an extension, rolling the left shoulder back. Really extend the left arm forward and feel that amazing stretch from the top of the left fingers all the way down to the pinky side of the left foot. Breathe in. As you breathe out, come back into warrior two. Straighten the legs. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. We're going to reverse the warrior. Inhale, arm. Exhale, bend backwards. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten the leg. Hands come to hips and allow the left foot to come up and meet the right. We're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. I'll demonstrate just changing position. You don't need to. So beginning at the front of the mat, inhale, step the right foot back. Back foot's at an angle, left foot faces forward. Knees are, left knee is bent, right is straight, hips face forward. And weight comes into the pinky side of the back foot. Inhale to warrior one. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, straighten the arms and the leg. Exhale, warrior two. One more time. Exhale, warrior two. And we're going to come into a side angle. So left elbow onto left knee. Right arm dangles in front of you. And then extends to the side, rolling the shoulders. So the right shoulder is back. Beautiful line of energy all down the right side body. Inhale. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, straight. Exhale, warrior two one more time. And then we'll come out of it carefully, stepping forward. So we're going to come down we're going to come back down onto the mat using a yogi squat. So feet are mat distance apart, toes are out, heels are in. If this doesn't feel good, feel free to just lower yourself down. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, knees start to bend. And come down into a yogi squat, hooking your shins, not your shins, your biceps inside your thighs, and using the strength of your arms to push the knees apart and strengthen and lengthen the spine. And come back down. Now we're going to, one more time, come into seated. This time both legs are extended and flexed at the ankle. And as we inhale up, we'll exhale to center, allowing the hands to come down, trying to let go with the upper body. Inhale back up. This time again, we did this earlier. Bend the left knee, extend the right. Inhale up, exhale over the right side. Notice if there's a difference now. Maybe hanging onto the foot this time. Come on back. We're going to do wild things. So left hand comes down onto the mat. We'll come up onto our left shin. Inhaling up and allowing the upper body to bend back. Exhale back to an extended leg. Extend the left. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Roll on up to extended legs. This time bend the right foot in. Inhale, straight spine. Face over the left leg, arms up. Exhale, deeply bending and folding over the left leg. Let the head relax. Keep the ankle flexed. Inhale, roll spine back up. We're going to come into wild thing on the other side. So right hand plants down, left arm sweeps up, hips rise up high. And exhale. And this time, one more time, come into butterfly pose. Hang on to the ankles, windshield wiper the knees up and down. Inhale to a straight spine, and see if we can exhale this time deeply forward, folding over both feet. And roll on up. Couple of big sighs here. Take a moment here. Just take stock of your body. Do you feel any different than you did when we started practice? I do. Okay. So come back onto your knees, and we're going to do a little gentle back bends here. So begin by clasping the hands together at the low spine. Inhale, lift the chest, tuck the chin, let the arms reach for the ground, and gently give a little back bend. And exhale, come into child's pose, letting the knees come wide, hips melt back, and head comes onto the ground. Hips are heavy, forehead relaxes onto the mat. Couple of breaths here. Come back up. We'll do that little back bend one more time. Come into kneeling position. See if you can clasp opposite hand on top. Inhale, tuck the chin, extend the arms down. Little back bend here. And exhale back to child's. Knees are wide. Upper body stretching forward. Forehead relaxes. See if you can try to get your armpits to go down towards the mat. Slowly make your way back up and just turn around so that you're seated facing in the opposite direction. And we're going to do boat pose, and through boat pose we're going to end up back on the ground. So take a second to really try to sit on your those sits bones, those little tuberosity things that come down onto your buttocks. See if you can feel that. Straighten the spine. Inhale, lift the legs up. Maybe you straighten the legs. Hold here and breathe. Come on back up. Big roll up of the shoulders and down the spine. We're going to do boat again. Option to let go with one hand or both hands, or to hold on. Option to keep knees bent or straighten them. Straighten the spine. Inhale the legs up, whatever your position is today. And as you exhale, let go and slowly, slowly lower everything back down to the ground. Big stretch up and down the body. Bend the knees. Give yourself a big hug here. Massaging the low spine on the mat. Little circles in either direction. Come into happy baby, holding on to the outer part of each foot with the hand, bringing the knees in towards the chest, shining the feet up to the ceiling, and curling the tailbone down towards the mat. Great low back release here. Couple of breaths. Allow the feet to come back. Inhale the left foot up. Circle the ankle in the other direction. Let the left foot come back to the ground. Inhale the right leg up and circle the ankle in one direction and then the other. Come on down. We're going to do figure 4. So right ankle crosses over left, flexing deeply at the ankle, lifting the whole shape up, flex the feet, and allow the hands to grasp the left shin, bringing the whole figure 4 in towards you, trying to find your sweet spot. Where is that point where you're really feeling that stretch in the right hip? And then let it go. Inhale, right foot up. And we'll do the same thing on the left. So cross the left ankle over the right knee. Inhale. And figure 4 here with feet flexed, ankles flexed. Roll around a little bit till you find that spot that really gives you that sensation of deep stretching in the left outer hip. And allow the right foot to come to the ground. Inhale the left leg up and let both feet stretch down along the mat. Windshield wiper the feet, flex and unflex the fingers. Get ready for Shavasana. Maybe putting a blanket over you. Maybe putting on a sweater. Letting the hands be on the floor, palms facing up, feet are relaxed. There's a little bit of space between the arms and the trunk. Shavasana is resting corpse pose. It's the pose that allows us to integrate the work we just did and to benefit from it. Take 2 deep, slow breaths in and out. let go of any control of breath, allowing the body to rest completely. Relaxing here, softening. Pay particular attention to your face, relaxing the forehead, the corners of the eyes, the cheeks, the mouth. Let there be a little opening in your lips. Tongue is just relaxed. Feel the ears melting down to the mat. Shavasana. Know that you are where you ought to be right now. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. If a thought comes into your mind, allow it to drift away like a cloud coming across the sky. Don't get attached to the thought. Don't get upset with yourself. Just let it go. Beginning to make some motions with hands and feet. Allowing yourself to stretch deeply up and down the mat like you just woke up. Eventually finding your way onto your right side in fetal position. Allowing your left side, your feminine side, your lunar side, your quiet side, your contemplative side to face forward and up. Taking a moment to thank yourself for being here today. Thank your body for what it was able to do for you. Give yourself credit for taking the time to practice. Taking your own time, slowly come up to a seated position on your mat. Eyes can remain closed, hands come to heart center. Take a few breaths back up in head above heart position. Flutter your eyes open. We'll end with Namaste, which means the light in me honors the light in you. Inhale. Exhale, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And I wish